I decided it would be worth us taking a quicker look at this vibrato because it is a sound that's very popular at the moment. French house, disco style house use it a lot. Again, it is something that was used predominantly back in the 80s. And what it's doing once again is just wobbling via pitch, so a pitch LFO, the entire output of the synthesizer. So let's just have a listen to it. Pay attention particularly to the longer notes. So the way this is set up, this is the patch we made before. And you can see we've got very slight vibrato settings there. On this new patch, I've ramped it all the way up to 80%. I'll get to the rate in a second. It's set pretty fast, but I'll show you exactly how I came to that rate. I've removed the error amount. I don't want the delay, the attack, or the amount that we've got here having any kind of random element in them at all. I want that to be fixed now because it's very prominent. I want it to be very clear what's happening. Now, I've set the delay, which is the amount of time it takes before the vibrato kicks in at all, to 200 milliseconds. And what that means is that the really short notes tend to miss the vibrato altogether. The longer ones start out with a nice clear pitch at the beginning. Then over 100 milliseconds, it fades up to that 80%. So we get the more pronounced wobbling only on the longer notes. So let's have a quick look at how I came to that rate setting. So I used an app for the Mac. It's free, called Music Math. I'm sure you can get online versions of this or ones specifically for the PC. And all it lets us do is type the tempo of our tune in, and then it will give us divisions of a beat in milliseconds and in hertz as well. So the hertz is the setting that we use for this LFO. So if I flick over to that, there's our 8.4, but I could experiment with any of these numbers. So let's just try 4.2, which is going to be obviously a much slower rate, and see which one we prefer. So whichever you like, really. Now, the things to bear in mind here is obviously that's just going to be down to taste. But depending on your note lengths, you might want different delay and attack settings. Obviously, when we look into the clip here, we can see the shorter notes versus the longer notes. So you can easily see why I've come up with those settings. But you might have a completely different configuration. So you want to have a think through on exactly the delay and attack settings you want. Finally, if you are using a keyboard and you've got a mod wheel, there's this nice handy amount to mod wheel setting. And what this means is that as you turn the mod wheel up, it's going to affect the amount here. So you would maybe start with this much lower, and then you could use the mod wheel to ramp it up on certain notes and record in some automation, for example. So it's a handy little parameter to have. So nice quick video. That's just how the vibrato works and how you can set it up.